This is not real. It's just a dream. Please, please, wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
This is me in 2025, and visually I might not look different, but internally I feel incredibly different, especially thinking about the last 2-3 years that you're going to see the rise and the fall of me. The rise. I can't explain how fun the rise was, from walking into this apartment that I found because I was getting kicked out and being forced to move, thinking that it was my time to live on my own and my time to splurge and really show out for my friends and say, hey, look at me, I'm living in a nice apartment. And in the moment, yeah, it was nice to live in, of course. But looking back, I never had anybody over. I was very picky on who I had over, and I just didn't use the apartment to the fullest potential. But the rise, I can't talk about it enough. From having $80,000 in cash to spending money on cool jewelry that I've always wanted, that I see rappers wearing and stuff like that, to partying and drinking alcohol and spending money on all these trips and raves and festivals, to not taking care of myself. It was just all so great, but all so unrealistic because of the way I was living. You can't run a successful business and party like I was partying. It's just not gonna work out. And the way that I was running the business, it was just so easy working, I don't know, maybe like 5-10 hours a week to make $10,000 to $20,000 a week, you know, anywhere in between. It just gave me such a delusional idea of how to run a business. And with the rise, you obviously are on such a high, and I was on the highest of highs, but you have to come down, and I came crashing down. I was so stuck up here and stopped worrying about everybody that I left behind. Stopped nurturing my relationships. I stopped caring about other people's daily lives. I just started to be very, very selfish in my own ways, and I got hit with anxiety in a bad way, and I did not deal with it in the right way. I isolated myself. I stopped going outside. I stopped exercising. I stopped doing so many different things. Basked in depression, and the depression got the best of me. It made me lose myself and my mind, and I got in this mindset that, you know, I'm going to spend all my money. I'm going to do all these luxury things and spend my money on all these luxury things, and I'm going to leave the earth. I'm going to get out of here once my money hits zero. And clearly I'm here, not in the same position that I was in, so mission failed. But I'm thankful that mission failed, because now I'm in the position where I'm going to rebuild. I'm going to rebuild myself. The biggest question is, what does a rebuild look like? In my eyes, the rebuild obviously is living on my own again. That is the biggest thing for me. It's one of the most embarrassing things that I think I can say about myself right now, is that I'm back under my parents' roof, which is so unfortunate, but it also has brought me closer to my mom, which is very important to me, because that relationship was, in my eyes, we weren't as close, because I was just so focused on myself, and I get like that. And so once again, it is just one of those things where I just think it needed to happen, and it happened for a reason. Am I embarrassed that I'm here? Yes, but I could be in a worse position. So that is priority number one. Priority number two is getting my finances back up. And the way in my mind, I do that is through content creation, through videos, pictures, clothing, whatever the case may be. I truly believe, and I'm confident in my ability to create content. And another thing is building my clothing brand. Dead last is something that is very important to me. fashion has always been important to me. It's something that I pride myself in, and I use it as a conversation starter. So I've just always been passionate about fashion, and so I'm looking to build Dead Last stuff. Dead Last to me is to support the people that always feel like they get left behind. It's a way to give positive affirmations in a world where communication to a stranger is just not there anymore. And so that's why my personal favorite hoodie is this hoodie, because nothing needs to be said, but that person, whoever, if you're out in public, that person who needs to hear it or read it will see it without anything ever needing to be said, because we're in such an era where talking to a stranger is hard. Everyone's so stuck on their phone. And so that's what Dead Last is. I want to make a name for myself, and I believe this is the best way that I can make a name for myself, by helping others and impacting others in a way that I hope means something to people. The biggest question I always ask myself is, what is the purpose of life? Everybody has their own different definition of what is the purpose of life, and mine is to make a name for yourself. How do you leave this earth impacting others in a positive way? For me, this is what I feel like is my calling. So that's why I'm so passionate about Dead Last. And obviously this is to help document the whole process of that. The creative process, all the way from the manufacturing to the pros and the cons of building a clothing brand, to the struggles, because there are going to be struggles. There's going to be mental struggles, there's going to be financial struggles, there's going to be all these different things. And I believe having a YouTube channel and having a clothing brand, they coincide and they're able to grow each other. I don't know what my reach is with this, but if I could tell somebody, if they need to hear it, you are loved, life is worth living. And it sounds so cliche, but if I can get out of the mental rut, anybody can. And I hope you stick around.